Welcome to AskPrep, your trusted companion for NEET and JEE preparation. Today we will study about a very important topic of biology, which is anatomy of flowering plants, tissues, secondary growth, plant anatomy. Let us begin by understanding that the internal structure of plants is made up of various types of tissues. These tissues are a group of cells that are similar in structure and function. In flowering plants, tissues are broadly categorized into meristematic tissues and permanent tissues. Meristematic tissues are the ones that have the ability to divide actively. They are responsible for the growth of the plant. Depending on their position, they can be apical, intercalary, or lateral meristems. Apical meristems are found at the tips of roots and shoots and are responsible for the increase in length of the plant. Intercalary meristems are located at internodes or base of leaves and contribute to the elongation of certain plant parts. Lateral meristems, like the vascular cambium and cork cambium, play a key role in the increase in girth or thickness of stems and roots. Once the cells produced by meristematic tissue mature, they become part of the permanent tissue. Permanent tissues are of two types: simple permanent tissues and complex permanent tissues. Simple permanent tissues consist of only one type of cell and are classified into parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. Parenchyma cells are the most common and are involved in functions like photosynthesis, storage, and tissue repair. Collenchyma provides flexibility to the plant and helps in mechanical support. Sclerenchyma, on the other hand, is composed of dead cells and provides strength and rigidity to the plant parts. Complex permanent tissues are made up of more than one type of cell that work together as a unit. These include xylem and phloem. Xylem is responsible for the conduction of water and minerals from roots to the aerial parts of the plant. It consists of tracheids, vessels, xylem fibers, and xylem parenchyma. Phloem is responsible for transporting the food prepared by the leaves to other parts of the plant. It consists of sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem fibers, and phloem parenchyma. Now let's move to the anatomical details of the different parts of a flowering plant, starting with the root. A transverse section of a dicot root shows the presence of an outermost layer called the epidermis. It may have root hairs. Inside it is the cortex, which is made up mostly of parenchymatous cells. Next comes the endodermis, which regulates the flow of water and minerals. The vascular tissues are arranged in the center, forming a central stele, with xylem and phloem arranged alternatively forming a radial pattern. In dicot roots, there is a clear presence of a cambium between xylem and phloem which allows secondary growth. In monocote roots, however, the cambium is absent and secondary growth does not take place. Cork cambium, or phellogen, arises in the outer cortex. It produces cells on both sides, phellum or cork on the outside and phelloderm on the inside. Together, these three layers form the periderm, which replaces the epidermis as the protective outer covering. Cork cells become subaceous, making them impermeable to water and gases, and serve to protect the plant. Lenticels, which are raised pores on the stem, allow for gas exchange through this otherwise impermeable surface. Now, let's talk about complex tissues. These are composed of more than one type of cell working together as a unit. The two main complex tissues in plants are xylem and phloem. Xylem is responsible for the transport of water and minerals from roots to aerial parts of the plant. It consists of four types of cells: tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma, and xylem fibers. Tracheids and vessels are tubular structures that allow the free flow of water. Phloem, on the other hand, transports the products of photosynthesis from the leaves to other parts of the plant. It consists of sieve tube elements, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, and phloem fibers. Unlike xylem, most of the phloem cells are living. One of the fascinating aspects of secondary growth is the formation of annual rings. In temperate climates, the activity of the cambium is influenced by seasonal variations. During spring, when water and nutrients are more available, the cambium is more active and produces larger xylem vessels known as springwood. In autumn, the activity slows down, and the xylem vessels are smaller, forming autumnwood. The contrast between spring and autumn wood results in the formation of annual rings, which can be counted to estimate the age of a tree. In woody plants, the continuous activity of the vascular and cork cambium transforms the plant into a more robust and durable structure. This ability to grow thicker allows trees and shrubs to support more weight and survive for many years. The understanding of secondary growth is not just academically important but also critical in forestry, agriculture, and wood industries. Throughout all of these structures, root, stem, and leaf, the internal organization supports the primary functions of the plant: absorption, conduction, photosynthesis, support, and reproduction. The internal tissues are arranged in such a manner that every part works in harmony with the others. The anatomy of flowering plants gives us deep insights into how plants function, how they grow and develop, and how they adapt to various environmental conditions. As we conclude this session, it's important to remember that while the anatomy of plants may seem detailed and complex at first, it actually forms the foundation for understanding all higher plant physiology and functions. Whether it's the movement of water and nutrients or the process of secondary growth that forms strong woody trunks, every bit of this anatomy plays a critical role. Make sure to revisit the diagrams, understand the tissue arrangements, and compare the differences between monocots and dicots. These comparisons are very commonly asked in NEET and JEE exams. A solid grasp on this topic will not only boost your confidence but also strengthen your overall understanding of plant biology. Thank you so much for being a part of the AskPrep community. We truly appreciate your time and dedication to learning, especially when it comes to mastering biology, a subject that's not only essential for exams like NEET and JEE. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends who are also preparing, and make sure to subscribe to our channel so you never miss an update.